Hey folks, Deano here again. This time with part 2 of my review / comparison of the new Gohan compared to basically every Cell Saga Gohan that I own. I do have the Demoniacal Fit, a clone of the event exclusive Goku and Gohan. They're calling it Father and Son. I did release a video, what was it, last week or something like that? Basically detailing where to get that. So what I'll do is I'll pop that same link into this video, just so that people know where to get it from if they do choose to get it. I'll revisit this part 2 once that figure arrives, because spoilers, this is a bootleg. This Super Saiyan 2, it's not great. I don't recommend you ever get it. Plus, the heads and the wrist pegs are completely the wrong shape compared to what they should be. So yeah, bear that in mind. But the Demoniacal Fit one, once that figure arrives, I'll do a part 2 to that review, just comparing those two specifically, and I'll do some head swaps there. But yeah, let's get into this one, shall we? So, as you can see, this is the 3.0 that we just got. I did a quick comparison at the end of the video, the review, comparing him to this guy. This is the two of them with the capes on. And as you can see, yeah, there's absolutely no contest between these two. Like, for one, this is sort of washed out manga style colouring, whereas this one is anime, which is much more vibrant, much nicer, just in general. I do still have a special place in my heart for this figure, so I'll probably still have him in the display somewhere. I won't be selling him. But yeah, you can see even the arms are scrawnier on this guy. He's got no muscle definition whatsoever. He's just there to stand there and look cool. Plus the hair sculpts are night and day difference. So yeah, next up we have the model kit. This is with the Super Saiyan head that comes with Piccolo, Piccolo's model kit. Unfortunately, you don't get extra heads, so you can't use both. Well, I mean, you can technically use both, but one will have to be screaming. But yeah, the two are more similar than you would think. The model kit is a bit bulkier, so in my opinion fits better for Super Saiyan 2. But then again, like, Gohan was still quite slim in Super Saiyan 2. He had more muscle mass, yeah, but he still looked like a kid, if that makes sense. So yeah, this one will be good if you put him into an action pose, but other than that, this guy still wins hands down. And finally, we have this abomination of a bootleg, which I implore people not to buy. His neck snapped almost immediately. I remember in the actual review, I think it happened. He's got the wrong joints for his shoulders and the elbows and the knees and the wrists and the neck. Yeah, this bootleg is just a mess, honestly. But it is a good comparison because the colours are about right with the official Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. But yeah, the scaling is way off, probably because of the bootleg itself, to be completely honest with you. But I do still quite like the Super Saiyan 2 hair on this guy. I alluded earlier to the bootleg's hair not being correct, which means the pegs do not fit this guy at all out of the box. So if you do have that bootleg lying around, and for whatever reason you want to reuse the heads for Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or such, you will need to drill out the peg hole. I have pre-drilled this one, so we might as well get started. I'll take off the cape. I don't think there's any reason to swap out the capes. Like, without question, the new one is better than the old one, so he can keep that one. So yeah, once I drill out the hole, of course, the head is going to fit on there just fine. But yeah, the heads, there's just no question. Like, the new one is just far superior to the old one. Next up, we'll go with the model kit, Super Saiyan 2. And yeah, straight out of the box, the Super Saiyan 2 head is way too big. It seems to like fit together well enough, but yeah, that just looks like, it looks less like a kid and more like, if anyone's played Dokkan Battle, a Patan like card. It's sort of chibified, with a big head and small body. But yeah, that doesn't really work. Now, unfortunately, I seen a reviewer say that the 1.0 Gohan head and hands fit on this guy. And unless I'm being dumb, I mean, it does fit on there. And it does look pretty decent. But at the same time, I wouldn't do it because the pegs are not the same size. Like, if I quickly take the 1.0 Gohan, just to prove a point here, and take the new 3.0 Gohan, yeah, the peg does not fit on there at all. Actually, quite good. But yeah, the peg does not snap in at all, which means when you are putting the Super Saiyan 2 head on the new body, it's going to stretch out the peg hole. And on these old school figures, there's nothing protecting those peg holes. So if you put the head on the wrong peg, it's going to get stretched out permanently and you're never going to be able to use it properly ever again. So yeah, I am not sure why they thought that worked, but really it doesn't. In terms of these heads, there's no point doing this one, it doesn't fit. But if I pop these ones off, just to show you, that one, yeah, that's not fitting on at all, is it? Whatever is making the Super Saiyan 2 version, there we go, it sort of sits. That looks pretty decent to me, actually. I did always like the model kits, glowing sort of golden hair. And with this one, yeah, I'm not even going to pop that on, but as you can see, it looks decent enough. If you have this one and you're willing to almost ruin it, putting it on this body, just so you can get the smiling face, then go ahead. But I believe Air, the one who's done quite a lot of head sculpts at this point, is doing both a new head for this guy, which I don't see the point. I think this head is really perfect, to be honest with you. But he's doing a new head, but he's also doing faces that do fit this hair. They are the same sculpt, as far as I can tell from the promo images. And that comes with a smiling face. So yeah, I'll probably be reviewing just the faces, not the head. But yeah, look forward to that if it ever comes out. And finally, the same reviewer, I'm not going to name names, like I'm not going to start beef or anything like that. The same reviewer said that the 1.0 hands fit on this Gohan, and Unfortunately, I found that not to be the case either. Like, these are the only hands that you would really want to use on this new guy, because he doesn't come with any sort of clenched martial arts posy hands like this. But yeah, one, the hands are dead big, and two, those are barely holding on. Like, the slightest touch and they are going to fall off. I'll try the other hand just to make sure it's not just me. But if we put that on, yeah, that one's not even holding on. That's not holding on for dear life. That's not even pegging in. So yeah, I am not sure what that reviewer was using to have them fit together. But yeah, at least on my copy, that is not the case, like, at all. Pretty much nothing from the original 1.0 fits on this guy, unfortunately. But I suppose we will see, in terms of the demoniacal fit, if any of that fits. I am hoping and praying that the 3.0 like Kamehameha hands that come with the event exclusive Gohan fit on this guy, because of course he doesn't come with a Kamehameha effect, so Tamashii decided not to bother giving him any hands with peg holes on them. So yeah, but yeah guys, that will do it for this comparison and head swap video. Let me know what you guys think. As with the review, the link to this guy from AliExpress is in the description, and I will also throw in a link for the demoniacal fit as well. So yeah, until next time guys, I'll see y'all later.